Archangel Michael says, "The winds of truth have begun to blow over your life, and they will not stop until the silence is broken." A secret too heavy for most hearts to carry has lived in the shadow of your sister's soul for years. Tonight, the divine realm is parting the veil, because the time to know who you really are has finally come. Something unsettling has been surrounding your spirit lately, like a whisper you can't quite understand but feel with every breath. That's not coincidence. It's the vibration of a truth knocking at your door, louder, heavier, and more undeniable each passing moment. Your sister, whom you've loved, trusted, laughed with, and sometimes even fought, is the one chosen to hold a truth your soul has searched for. But out of fear, protection, or shame, she made a choice long ago to lock it inside a vault of silence. That vault is cracking now, not by human hands, but by divine intervention. Your name, your life, your identity, something about it has always felt unfinished, like there's a missing page in your story. That page was hidden intentionally. It holds the answer to why certain things never made sense, why you often felt like you were meant for more, or that someone was watching over you more closely than others. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, "Your sister has been warned through dreams, signs, and even illness to speak the truth. But every time the words reached her lips, something pulled her back. She feared that telling you might change how you see her forever. But the truth was never meant to be buried. It was meant to be delayed until now, because now, you are ready. The universe has prepared your heart, and your angels are standing by, waiting for your response to what is coming next. Your real story began in a way that will make your chest feel tight and your hands go cold. Someone traded something sacred for survival. You were part of a decision that involves sacrifice and protection, but also deception. There's a reason you always felt drawn to certain people and repelled by others. The secret about your birth explains this. You weren't told who your biological parent is, not because they were absent, but because their identity could shift your entire view of your family. Type Amen to get blessing April 1974. There is someone who knows more than just your sister. A woman with eyes that always seem to observe you longer than necessary. She is not a stranger, she is the gatekeeper of another layer of this hidden truth. Your sister grew up with a burden. She heard things when she was younger that she was never supposed to hear. Behind a wall, through a cracked door, she heard adults speak of a name connected to you that she dared not repeat. One day, she found an old envelope with photographs inside. The date written behind them was earlier than your birth. But in one of those photographs, a woman was holding a child who looked exactly like you. And that woman was not the one you call mother. She panicked. She confronted your mother once, and the reaction was so terrifying, she promised never to ask again. From that day, your sister made a choice: protect you from pain or protect herself from wrath. Type Amen to get blessing February. But the spiritual realm will not allow this secret to stay buried any longer. You must understand that silence no longer protects, it poisons. And the longer the truth hides, the deeper the wound becomes in your soul. This secret is linked to why you often felt displaced or like you were watching your own life from the outside. You are not imagining it. You were born into a situation layered with confusion, switches, and names that weren't real. Your sister has been praying behind closed doors, whispering apologies to God for not telling you sooner. She even asked someone close to her to reach out to you with subtle clues, but those clues were lost in translation and time. The name of the woman holding you in that photo has been scratched out. But one thing remains clear: she wore a necklace with a symbol you keep seeing in your dreams. That symbol is not from a shop. It is from your bloodline. Type Amen to get blessing January 1977. You have been sensing a shift in the way people speak around you. Conversations stop when you enter. Eyes linger, then quickly turn away. That's not paranoia, it's your spiritual sensitivity reacting to layers of withheld information. You must prepare for a revelation that will involve not only your sister but a second person connected by blood. Someone whose name has only appeared on documents you were never shown. Someone who still breathes and walks this earth, and who never stopped searching for you. There is a journal hidden in your sister's drawer that she reads when no one is watching. That journal was passed down to her with one instruction: never lose it. But inside are pages that reference your birth in ways that will shatter the reality you believed in. This secret is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to restore you. To unlock a higher identity, one that carries both responsibility and divine honor, type Amen to get blessing 119. Archangel Michael says, what was hidden in shame will now be revealed in purpose. The delay was divine. You are not a mistake, and you are not forgotten. You were preserved. Your sister feared your reaction, but the angels have surrounded her with courage tonight. She will either tell you with words or actions, but the truth is coming like thunder across your doorstep. You are being aligned with your original path. The false narrative will fall away like dust, and what's real will rise. Your DNA has been calling back to its source, and soon you will understand why certain faces always felt familiar. Though you never met them, the woman who raised you may have done so out of love or fear, but she was not your birth mother. And the woman who is may still be alive, but in hiding. Type Amen to get blessing March 1988. There was an exchange at the hospital. A deal made behind closed doors. Your birth certificate was altered, and the name beside mother was selected, not assigned. A man close to your family warned them once, this secret will one day find its way home. He was dismissed, silenced, and sent away. That man's voice has returned in spirit, his presence now guiding you to uncover what is yours by divine right. The time is coming when a box will be opened, inside will be a locket, a bracelet, and a single letter. The handwriting in that letter will match a birthday card you once received from a distant aunt, an aunt who was never actually your aunt. There are two addresses that keep showing up in your life. One belongs to the woman who birthed you. The other is where she last tried to send a letter to reach you, but someone intercepted it. Type Amen to get blessing 505. Your sister didn't know how deep the truth went until she overheard another conversation just 3 years ago. That's when the full picture started forming, and it scared her. But fear has no more space now, because divine timing demands obedience. You may feel anger, confusion, betrayal. But don't let those feelings control your decisions. What's unfolding is sacred, even if it comes with temporary chaos. Piece of jewelry you once found but thought was someone else's actually belongs to you. It was meant to be passed down through generations. That small object carries the symbol of a spiritual lineage more powerful than you've ever known. You've been watched over by beings from realms your family doesn't understand. That's why your life has been protected, even when you walked through danger blindly. Those beings are ready now to help you face what was hidden. Type Amen to get blessing 646. There will be an old woman who speaks a name you've never heard but that feels hauntingly familiar. She will come to you indirectly through a call, a message, a vision, or a letter. She will mention something your sister has kept in silence for far too long. This secret, once opened, will also reveal why certain events happened in your childhood that never made sense. The near accident, the strange illnesses, the unexplainable dreams, all of it connects back to the truth of your bloodline. You were not born under ordinary stars. Your birth involves spiritual contracts, ancestral promises, and divine missions. That's why the darkness tried to confuse your beginning, because your purpose is rare. And your sister, though flawed, has carried the weight of truth on your behalf for far too long. She is not your enemy. She is the messenger delayed by fear but chosen by destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The day is near when this conversation will happen. And when it does, be still and listen. Don't interrupt. Let her explain. You will feel something unlock inside you. The truth has a frequency only your soul recognizes. Your sister will finally hand you something she's been holding in a box. When you touch it, tears will come without command. Because your soul will remember what your mind forgot, Archangel Michael says, you were never meant to walk in darkness about who you are. The hidden will now be shouted from the rooftops, not for shame, but for divine release. This was all part of a larger design. And you are about to enter a new phase of your identity. Not only as the child of who you thought, but as the heir of a story far more extraordinary. Type Amen to get blessing August 1988. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20, your sister has rehearsed this moment over and over in her mind, for years. She imagined how she'd tell you, what words she would use, and how she could soften the blow of something that was never hers to carry. But no matter how many times she practiced, the fear of losing you kept her lips sealed. That fear was real, because the secret isn't just about who gave birth to you, but why it was hidden from you in the first place. Someone made a choice that shaped your entire life without your consent. That choice was not made out of malice, but out of desperation. There was danger surrounding your early days. A decision was made to hide you under a false name to protect you from someone powerful and cruel. Your sister was told bits and pieces, enough to know you were special, enough to be afraid. She remembers one night when she found you crying as a baby, and your mother whispered to her, "He must never know." That memory stayed with her forever. It haunted her like an echo down a hallway she could never escape. Type Amen to get blessing May 1955. Your real birth mother did not abandon you. She was forced away. She was watched, tracked, and manipulated into giving you up. She thought it was temporary. But someone stepped in and made it permanent. Your sister once held a photograph she found buried deep inside an old book, hidden behind torn pages. It was a photo of a young woman, eyes like yours, expression fierce, a ring on her finger that matched one you've seen in dreams. That woman is your mother. She went searching for answers in her teenage years. When your sister started asking too many questions, a family elder warned her to stop. That elder told her that too much truth can destroy a house, and those words became a silent threat, but the house is already cracking. Lies are no longer strong enough to hold up the walls. It is time to break the silence before the silence breaks everything. Type Amen to get blessing 299. There are documents hidden inside a chest locked with a key that only 2 people know exists. Your sister is one of them. The other person is no longer alive, but before their passing, they told your sister, "Don't let them bury the truth with me." Those documents contain a handwritten note, an unfiled adoption paper, and a hospital wristband. The wristband does not have your current last name. That's the moment she realized what was real and what was fabricated. She tried to forget. She tried to tell herself it didn't matter. But every time she looked into your eyes, the guilt clawed back to the surface. Because even if it was to protect you, a lie is still a lie. Type Amen to get blessing 606. Your soul has always searched for something familiar in unfamiliar places. You've had dreams of places you've never been, people you've never met, but feelings you've always felt. That's your spiritual memory reaching for the truth. Now you'll understand why certain relatives treated you differently. Why certain family members kept a distance or spoke in half-truths around you. They knew. They were part of the cover-up, whether they agreed with it or not. The reason for the cover-up is shocking. Your birth was part of a prophecy. Yes, one told only in whispers, passed down by elders who feared the full awakening of what lived in your blood. You carry a gift, a spiritual signature that others try to suppress by burying your past. But even a buried seed grows when its time has come. Type Amen to get blessing April 2022. The time has come now. You were meant to rise in truth, in power, and in complete awareness of who you are, not the version given to you by lies, but the one heaven wrote long before you were born. Your sister will soon hand you something she has wrapped in a cloth for years. She never let it go. That object will match an item you once saw in a dream or in an old photo. That's the sign, that's the moment your story begins again. You will not hate her for this. You will understand why she waited. And deep inside, part of you already knew something was different about your origin. Now you will remember what your soul already knew. Type Amen to get blessing 944. The voice of your true mother is still out there. Whether in life or in spirit, she has not let go. She has tried to reach you through messages, omens, and unexplained moments of emotion that come over you for no reason. That's her, she's still calling out. She never wanted to let you go. She fought. But the forces against her were too strong. She was promised safety if she let them raise you as someone else. That promise was broken. The truth was never supposed to stay hidden forever. And now your sister holds the key to unlocking everything. She's terrified. Yes, but heaven is shifting her courage into action. And when she speaks, you will know. Type Amen to get blessing 711. This message comes to you not by chance, but by divine precision. Your eyes reading this now are not a coincidence, they are proof that heaven has orchestrated the right time, the right moment, for everything to change. Archangel Michael says, your life was protected for a higher purpose. The battle you felt in your soul wasn't confusion, it was a tug of war between what you've been told and what you were born to be. The truth will hurt, but it will also heal. You will mourn a story that was stolen from you. But you will also rise in the strength of who you were truly meant to be. You are about to meet a new version of yourself. One born in fire, raised in silence, and awakened in glory. Type Amen to get blessing 818. You are not alone. The forces that fought to keep your story hidden are crumbling. The lies are rotting from the inside out. And your truth is rising from the ashes. Let the tears come. Let the anger pass. Let the confusion melt, because in their place will rise a power that no lie can contain. Your sister's silence is ending. And with it, your story begins. Your name, your bloodline, your destiny reborn. This is not the end, it's your divine beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Your sister is closer than ever to revealing the full truth. The burden is becoming too much for her spirit to carry. She's been waking up at night, breathless and sweating, with the feeling that if she doesn't speak now, she will lose her chance forever. Type Amen to get blessing 155. Your sister's voice will shake. Her eyes may not meet yours. But listen carefully, because she will speak names you've never heard, and each one carries a spiritual key. One of those names belongs to a man who once tried to find you. He searched for years, asking questions, visiting towns, showing photos. But each time, he was sent away or threatened to stay quiet. He's related to you. Maybe not in the way you've been told, but in a way that matters more deeply than DNA. He knows a version of your story that you've never heard, and he's waiting to speak. Your sister will tell you how close he came to finding you. She knows more than she let on. And now she knows the angels will no longer let her keep silent. Type Amen to get blessing 848. Archangel Michael says, your birth came with a mark. Not on your skin, but in your soul. A divine imprint that can never be erased. It glows brightest when the truth comes near. And now, it is glowing, the door to who you truly are has been unlocked. You only need to be ready to walk through it. The next conversation with your sister will not just be words. It will be a sacred release. She may cry. You might cry, but those tears are ancient. They are the flood that finally washes away the years of confusion. And when they fall, something will rise inside you. The real you. Type Amen to get blessing 303. There will be resistance from others once the truth is spoken. Some will try to silence her again. Some will beg you not to believe. But don't let the fear of others rewrite your destiny again. You were born for this moment. You were made to hear this truth. You were chosen to break the pattern that has held your family in spiritual lockdown for generations. This is more than personal, it's ancestral. The bloodline that flows through your veins carries power that others try to suppress. But what is divine cannot be silenced forever. You are the one who ends the silence and begins the healing. Type Amen to get blessing 121. You may feel a fire growing inside your heart after the revelation. That fire is sacred. It's the divine remembrance of everything you were meant to become. Your sister will place something in your hands that once belonged to your real mother. When you touch it, you will feel heat, because energy never lies. That object holds your story. Even in its silence, you are being brought back to your divine blueprint. Everything false is falling away, and what is true is being magnified. You were never lost. You were hidden. But now, you are being found. Type Amen to get blessing 999. This story is not ending, it is only beginning. The new chapter carries the truth your soul has waited for across years, lifetimes, and prayers. You are about to walk into who you truly are. Let your sister speak. Let your heart open, let the heavens confirm it all. And when it's done, stand up, not in anger, but in truth. Because your birth was never ordinary. It was protected. Now, it is being restored. Type Amen to get blessing 1001.